We're gonna be back in the shop working today. It's a cold, miserable, rainy day. See the tree down here? It's dogwood winter. It's about 40 degrees. The wind's blowing. So we're gonna be working in the shop. We got some cabinets we're gonna have to build on site due to building a fridge surround and a pantry, which will be, both of them of course, floor to ceiling, and those have to be built in place because build them in the shop, you wouldn't be able to get them in the house where we're putting them at. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to use plywood to try to save a little money. The oak plywood that I normally use, or birch or maple, stuff's like $90 a sheet. I got this 3/4 inch plywood for around $29 a sheet, so saved a lot of money there. And this is going to be the interior, so not going to be seen too often anyway, and it's going to be painted white, so you basically never know the difference. So I'm going to go ahead and throw the sheet up here on the table and get busy with painting it. Cut this board for the height of the ceiling. It's going to be about 88 inches. The actual measurement is around 89. I'm give myself an inch to play with in order to maneuver the board in there. I'm building a refrigerator surround, which is going to be about 88 inches tall, 37 inches wide. As for the 37 is the interior dimensions. I'm going to cut this 1x3 and then I'll do the pocket hole cutouts. I guess I got my support on the wrong side there. That'll be all right. Okay, so we got our left and right face frame styles. We got our rails to go at the top. I need to put my pocket hole grills in there. The jig, it automatically sets itself. That's got our face frame ready to put together, but what I also need to do is cut my biscuit slots. So I've got my side panels all laid out, drying up here. I'm going to let them dry and then flip them over, paint the other side, and then we'll start putting together the face frame. I got my stiles there, got my rails laying over there beside the chop saw. We'll get all that put together and then dado out. That's a groove for the shelf, which will be on this side panel. This is what they call the blonde wood, and one of the pieces of plywood we'll groove out and put that shelf in there. Of course, we'll have to wait till we're on the job site to actually put it in, but we'll go ahead and get it grooved out, get it mocked up, ready to roll. Put it together when we get there. Alrighty then, we're going to start work on our face frame today. Got the boards laid out here. This is going to be the left side. Got it marked appropriately. See there, left top. Already got my biscuit joiner holes drilled out there. I just need to cut my rails to go across the top and bottom. It's going to have a cabinet at the top of the fridge, So I need to cut those rails out and put a shelf in there. Also need to put a center stile once I get the rails and everything mocked up. Make sure I get my dimensions correct. I've got a piece of paper laying around here somewhere. Got the dimensions on it. So it looks like the fridge is going to be 32 inches deep. Don't need that right now. 37 inches wide. So that's going to be 37 inches wide, the interior. So from here to here has to be 37. And then 71 high. That's from the floor up to the bottom, basically bottom of the cabinet. So that'll be there up to roughly there or somewhere. So let's get the old tape measure and get this stuff figured out here. We got these things should be 2.5 inches. Yep, gotta be 71 inches right there. You can see that. Actually gonna be kind of a small upper cabinet, I guess. I was for some reason thinking it was gonna be a lot bigger than that. Okay, the rail, like I say, I'll have a rail here at the top and then one right here. Both need to be 37 inches, so let me go ahead and get those cut and we'll be right back. Well, actually I already had them cut. It's been so long I just forgot about it. But I already had them cut and I already had the pocket hole drilled on it. This one here I will need to put my biscuit joinery holes in it because I like to connect the shelf to the front and give it as many strong contact points as possible. So let me go ahead and get that drilled out before, or cut out before I go any further. So this rail and stile, put them together right here at this joint, and I'll use my clamp and screws and of course the square head bit. I use the Type Bond Ultimate. Glue up the edge there a little bit. I'm using the coarse screws. It's an 1.25 inches for soft plywood. Well, they plywood. It's a soft wood. You don't want to tighten them things down too tight. So strip out. Either strip out or split your wood. Okay, you may notice I put the biscuit head slots at the top. That way my shelf will be even with the top of the rail there. You won't have a lip that stuff gets caught on when you're trying to pull it out. And now I need to get me a stile put in the center. Looks like it's going to be 1.16 feet. So let's get us one of those cut. I'll have to get my pocket holes drilled on that also. Now we have to find our center point, which I've already got this one marked. It's going to be 21 or, yeah, 20 and 31 30-seconds. Of course, this tape measure ain't got that on it, so we'll sort of split the difference at 20 and in between 15/16 and 21. Need to mark the center of this also, 1.25 inches. Might need to pull that together with the clamp. There we go. Well, there's one face frame. I'll wait till I get the thing put together before I build the doors. Oh shoot. I just stuck something in my finger. Looks like metal. Where did I pick that up at? That wasn't much, but it didn't feel good. That's all for the face frame. Okay, so we're going to dado out for the shelf. I've already got the area marked where we're going to do the dado. That will be at the top of the bottom rail. Of course, it's just the upper shelf. All this area down in here will be the fridge itself, and this up here will be the little cabinet that's up over top of the fridge. So my router, it's already got the dadoing bit in it, 3/4 inch dado bit. We'll just dado that out and then take it to the job site to actually finish putting the shelf in. So let's go ahead and get the router out here, get the dadoing. Is that a word? Dadoing. Alright, let's take this router through here. Got my little gauge here. I'll eventually wind up with 3/8 of an inch deep on the depth of this dado. We'll start out with 1/8, which will be right here. We'll run 3 passes through it. Okay, there's our 1/8. We run the router from left to right. That allows your bit to dig into your work. You see this here is the sharp edge. It rotates that way. If you're looking down at it, it's going counterclockwise. So it's running that way. You see this is the sharp edge. It's going counterclockwise that way. If you turn it upside down, of course it's going clockwise. But if you want it to be digging into your work. Helps you to keep control of it. Alright, get some of this junk cleaned up now. Bad part about the router. Makes such a stinking mess. You don't have a vacuum hooked up to it. You can see my sawdust mess here. Sawdust on the floor. All around the table. Really bad over here. Covered up there. So, let me go ahead and clean this mess up and we'll be back with you. Okay, we got our dados cut. Now we need to determine the length and width of what we need our shelf to be. So we got our shelf laid out here. It's going to be a monster. As you can see, this whole upper section, 40 by 35 basically. This board I'm using, by the way, is it's called blonde wood from Lowe's. Currently running at about $70 a sheet. Ridiculous. There's a shot of the tag on it. Premium wood veneer face. And I'm just using it basically for paint applications. I don't know that you'd want to stain it. Good if you want to, I guess. But it's a very light wood. You might be able to tell. Premium wood veneer face, the primed back. Not sure which one at the back. Both sides looks the same. Whatever. If you're painting it, I don't guess it matters. I'm going to cut me some biscuit slots in the front of this shelf to match up with these. I already got cut in the face frame, so I need to lay that up there. I'll not bore you with that. You've saw me cut biscuit slots before. So this plywood is going to be the very top of the refrigerator cabinet. So I'm just going to make it out of this rough stuff. It don't have to be smooth. It's not going to be, shouldn't be anybody rubbing their hands on it. When I'm cutting out my boards, I always like to check the plywood to see exactly what size it is. This in here, of course, it goes by 3/4, they say. It's that blonde wood, 3/4 inch. But if you look here, we got inches at the top. This right here is 1/2, 3/4, and the 0 lines up at 11/16. So I have these boards here that I'm going to use as what I call cleats on the back of the refrigerator cabinet. It's more or less bracing. The back part of the cabinet is not going to actually have a back on it. It's going to be open, never be seen again. So I'm just going to put the bracing on there. Not worry about spending another $30–40 for a sheet of plywood. Probably cut us about 4 of them, put on there.
going to go ahead and put the doors on now. I do apologize, I didn't take a tripod with me to the job site when I installed these doors, so you just kind of get the afterwards shots, opening and closing. I do still need to put the handles on them. We don't have those purchased yet, but we'll get that done. And I'll also have another video showing the construction of the doors. That'll be coming up. So be sure you subscribe so you'll get the notification as to when the video is posted. We do appreciate all you who have subscribed. Give us a big thumbs up and leave us a comment. Thanks for watching.